In the blink of an eye, everything changed. They came from the stars, bringing destruction and a new world order. This is the story of Earth Taken, humanity's desperate fight for survival against an overwhelming alien invasion. Welcome to our complete breakdown of the Earth Taken saga, an apocalyptic action shooter series created by developer SeethingSwarm that chronicles humanity's darkest hour and their relentless fight to reclaim their home planet. Nostalgia of the Flash era. Before we dive into the specifics, let's take a moment to appreciate what Earth Taken represents. A beautiful reminder of the golden age of Flash games. Remember those days? When you'd come home from school, boot up your computer, and spend hours on sites like Armor Games, Congregate, or Newgrounds. Earth Taken is a perfect example of what made Flash games so special. It wasn't about fancy graphics or massive budgets. It was about creativity, engaging gameplay, and stories that pulled you in despite their simplicity. These games didn't need cutting-edge technology to be memorable. They just needed heart. The simple yet effective controls, the eerie atmosphere created with limited resources, the satisfaction of finding a secret area hidden in a level. These are the things that made us fall in love with games like Earth Taken. They were accessible to everyone with an internet connection, bringing gaming to millions who couldn't afford expensive consoles or gaming PCs. And there was something magical about the communities that formed around these games. The comment sections filled with tips and tricks, the shared experiences of getting stuck on a particular level, the collective excitement when a sequel was announced. Earth Taken wasn't just a game, it was part of an era where gaming felt more intimate and personal. As we explore this post-apocalyptic world together, let that wave of nostalgia wash over you, for both the fictional world of Earth Taken and the very real world of Flash gaming that, like our protagonist in a red shirt, has persevered despite the odds. Game characteristics. Let's start by looking at what makes Earth Taken such an engaging game to play. The series is an action shooter with platforming elements, where survival is your primary goal. The controls are straightforward but effective. You move and aim with the arrow keys, shoot with A, jump with S, and double jump with S pressed twice, reload with R, and switch between weapons using Q. You can interact with objects and people using the spacebar, which also lets you perform melee attacks when close to enemies. Eating food rations to regain health is done with E, and you can take anti-radiation medication with X to reduce your radiation count. The weapon arsenal grows throughout the series, starting with basic weapons like pistols and SMGs, then expanding to include shotguns, flamethrowers, grenade launchers, and the powerful laser cannon, the most devastating weapon in the game that can cut through multiple enemies with precision. Resource management is crucial to survival. You'll need to carefully monitor your ammo, health, gas mask filters, and radiation levels. The toxic atmosphere means your gas mask is essential. Without filters, breathing becomes impossible. Your backpack has a small white oxygen tank attached to it, unlike the enemy soldiers' backpacks which emit fire instead of the aliens' blue flame. The world is filled with secret areas containing valuable supplies and Easter eggs. Smart players will explore thoroughly rather than rushing through levels. Looting dead enemies is also essential for gathering resources. The visual style uses a distinctive palette of purples and greens to create an alien, toxic atmosphere that immediately sets the mood of a world transformed by invasion. The platforming elements add verticality to the gameplay, with the double jump mechanic allowing you to reach higher places and avoid ground hazards. Now, let's dive into the story, and setting that frames this challenging gameplay experience. Setting the stage. Before we dive into the story, let's understand the world of Earth Taken. When the aliens arrived, they didn't just attack our cities. They transformed our entire planet. Their advanced technology poisoned our atmosphere, making the air unbreathable for humans and most Earth creatures. The aliens altered our ecosystem to suit their needs, wiping out most humans and animals in the process. The few humans who survived now hide in underground shelters, scattered across a toxic wasteland, wearing gas masks to filter the poisoned air. Their situation seems hopeless, but they refuse to surrender. As dire as things are, the humans discovered that the dog-like alien creatures called leapers are actually quite tasty when roasted on a stick. Hey, in the apocalypse, you take your small victories where you can find them. Earth Taken, 1. The beginning. In the first game, we meet our protagonist, a nameless survivor in a red shirt who will later simply be known as Red. With nothing but determination and whatever weapons he can salvage, Red ventures through a wasted city filled with alien patrols. His goal? He meets Jonah, who tells a very different story. According to Jonah, the government isn't trying to save people. They're handing humans over like damn lambs for the slaughter. Who's telling the truth? The government official or the rebel leader? This mystery sets up one of the central conflicts of the series. As Earth Taken 1 concludes, the government makes a desperate decision, launching nuclear bombs at major areas to fight the aliens. Red escapes the blast bus, but this is far from a happy ending. Earth Taken. 2. Betrayal. Earth Taken 2 begins right where the first game ended, but with a tragic twist. The school bus carrying Red and the other survivors crashes, and Red is the only survivor. Once again alone, he must navigate a world now contaminated with radiation from the nuclear bombs. When Red reaches another safe house, he makes a horrifying discovery. All the survivors have been slaughtered. But by whom? Soon, Red hunt down remaining survivors. Commander Landon confirms this when they meet again, explaining that the aliens are dressing brainwashed people in military uniforms. Red must now battle both aliens and corrupted human soldiers. This is where the game introduces the knife and stealth mechanics, allowing you to perform sneak attacks on your enemies. The climax of Earth Taken 2 sees our hero infiltrating an alien cruiser and planting 5 bombs inside it. Red's one-man war against the invaders is escalating. Earth Taken 3. Resistance Rising, Earth Taken. 3 takes a bold new direction. This time, you don't play as Red, at least not at first. Instead, you play as a customizable character who has been captured by the aliens and is about to be brainwashed, just like the soldiers from Earth Taken 2. Your mission? Escape the facility and join the resistance. During your escape, you encounter a familiar face, Red, the protagonist from the previous games. Now, a leader of the human resistance, Red helps you escape and recruits you to continue the fight against the aliens. Earth Taken 3 expands the world, introducing more complex shelter locations like Green Hill Metro, Sewer Junction, and Heinrich's Fallout Shelter. We also meet new allies like Lucy, who was rescued from a brainwashing camp, and Dr. Heinrich Matthews, a scientist working on a cure for the air poisoning. One of the most interesting revelations is that crows are the only animals that survived the alien toxins. Dr. Matthews believes their DNA might hold the key to creating a cure for the poisoned air. The game culminates in an epic mission where the resistance fighters use a captured alien mech to attack the alien mothership. Talk about fighting fire with fire. The mysteries and unanswered questions. Despite spanning 3 games, the Earth Taken saga leaves several mysteries unresolved. We never learn for certain whether Jonah or Commander Landon was telling the truth. Did the government really make a deal with the aliens, as Jonah suggested? Or were they fighting to save humanity all along? What were the aliens' true motives for invading Earth? Was it just for resources, or something more sinister? The Earth Taken community has speculated that these questions might be answered in Earth Taken 4, if it's ever released. Visual style and atmosphere. One of Earth Taken's most distinctive features is its visual style. The games use a palette of purples and greens to create an alien, toxic atmosphere. The once familiar Earth has been transformed into something alien and hostile. From urban ruins to marshlands with reddish water, fallout zones, and areas affected by black radioactive rain, each environment tells the story of a world forever changed. Humorous Elements. Despite its dark setting, Earth Taken incorporates moments of dark humor. Remember those tasty alien leapers I mentioned? In some shelters, you'll find them roasting on sticks like alien shish kebabs. The mysterious graffiti by someone called Habbo adds another layer of strange humor to the devastated world. Keep an eye out for posters featuring Acid Bunny throughout the games. A little wink from the developer. Conclusion. The Earth Taken saga is more than just an action game. It's a story about human resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. From a lone survivor in a red shirt to the leader of a growing resistance, the journey of our protagonist mirrors humanity's refusal to surrender. even when all hope seems lost. Whether you're sneaking past alien patrols, gunning down corrupted soldiers, or piloting an alien mech to attack the mothership, Earth Taken delivers an unforgettable post-apocalyptic experience that will keep you coming back for more. Will humanity reclaim their planet? Is Earth Taken 4 on the horizon? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. As long as even one human survives, Earth is never truly taken. Play it yourself. If you've never heard of Earth Taken before this video, you're missing out on a true hidden gem of the Flash gaming era. The good news is that it's not too late to experience this incredible trilogy for yourself. Though Adobe Flash is no longer supported by modern browsers, you can still play Earth Taken and thousands of other preserved Flash games through Flashpoint Archive. Flashpoint is essentially the Noah's Ark of Flash games, a massive preservation project that rescued these treasures from the flood of permanent deletion when Flash support ended. Just as Noah saved the animals from the Great Flood, Flashpoint saved our beloved games from digital extinction. The Flashpoint project has meticulously preserved over 100,000 Flash games and animations, creating a safe haven where these classics can live on for future generations to enjoy. Without Flashpoint, games like Earth Taken might have been lost forever, just another casualty of technological progress. So, whether you're feeling nostalgic and want to replay these classics, or you're discovering them for the first time, I highly recommend downloading Flashpoint and giving Earth Taken a try. The immersive atmosphere, engaging gameplay, and mysterious story will keep you hooked from start to finish. Trust me, once you start playing, you'll understand why so many people hold these games in such high regard. The Earth Taken trilogy represents everything that made Flash games special: creativity, challenge, and heart, all wrapped in an apocalyptic adventure that's well worth your time.